Okay, this next project is going to show you a number of surface modeling techniques, lots of tricks. Um, just simply, this ring is one that I got from Kent when I was learning how to teach advanced class, and he said, "Here's a challenge for you," and it sort of wasn't, closed up and finished off, and well, it's taken me a few years, but I was able to figure this one out and thought I'd pass it along to you guys. As you can see, it's one single piece. It is a single closed surface. It's all valid and happy. Um, Even from the webbing kind of thing on the top here between the bezels. So that's a little trick you'll learn. It uses sweep 2, curve network patch, and some tricks I just sort of came across as I was trying to puzzle through it. So this should be an interesting one. Okay, to begin, we're going to start by selecting some gems for this project. Start with the oval in the center. And then go ahead and rotate this. And then we'll move on to our rounds on the side. Should be slightly smaller. Do the half carat. Okay. We'll place a ring rail, of course. And we'll move these up into position above the finger. Now we're going to do some work to show you how to loft a bezel, to get a bezel in there, to get the curves for the bezels. So we're going to do that actually with the round on the flat. Comes out a little confusing if the round is rotated first. So to begin, we're going to put both of these gems into the gem tool, gem guides. Select the bezel profile. Go ahead and apply it to both of the gems. Okay, notice that that puts a curve around the girdle of the gem. We're going to begin by offsetting this curve. Offset at the thickness that you want for the bezel. Actually, begin by offsetting it up above the girdle where you'd like the bezel to end. And then offset this one on the top outside to the thickness of the bezel. And offset the original one again inside to the size of the seat. Now I'm using all the same size here, but you guys can decide how big and where you'd like the seat positioned. I'll show you that all over again on the round. Select the curve at the girdle to offset, and offset it first up above the gem for the lip of the bezel. Next, offset it out. Offset that same new one out so that it's on the same level with the lip, and offset the original one inward to the size you want for the seat. Then you'll select the gem representing this, select the curve representing the seat, and slide that down in space to the location of the seat. All right, the last thing to do is to take everything for the gem here and rotate it to the new angle for the gem. Also move it down a little bit. And just figure out where you'd like that gem positioned in relation to the oval. And we'll go ahead and mirror this to get the other side of the ring. All right, to get the azures, where they're going to poke through the finger rail there, we're going to use curve from two views with the seat and the finger rail. And same thing on both sides. Okay, obviously we don't need anything at the bottom there. And let's take this whole thing and job bag it. All right, our next order of business is to take a look at how this ring is going to be sized in the side or shaped in the side view viewport. So let's take a new color, and with our line tool, we can snap to the curve at the top and just look at where you'd like it to end at the bottom and extend it past the bottom of the finger rail. Mirror this around F4, creating the other side of the ring. Now, to see where the outside, right here, of the ring is going to be at the finger rail, we need the size of this curve right where it intersects the finger rail. Now, curve from the two views is not going to do that because we're looking at an extra viewport. We're looking at the side view as well. So this curve has to be scaled down. We have to see the scale of it exactly where it hits the finger rail. The best way to scale a curve along two rails is, you guessed it, class, sweep 2. So we're going to run sweep 2 between our two rails and our profile. Okay. Now we simply extrude the finger rail straight and cap equals no, and we intersect these two curves. I like to job bag this to show what I've done so I don't forget later, and then I take the extra surfaces, put them on gray, and turn them off so they're not in my way. Alright, obviously I don't need this guy at the bottom, but see how it matches exactly this shape, and that's what I wanted. We need to do the same thing on the sides now. And to get that next curve, we're going to take the two that are oriented in this one and get them oriented in the same relationship to this guy. To do that, we're going to make sure project is turned on and run orient 2 points. We're going to do this from the end to the end and the same end to the new location. Press enter to end the command. And now we can sweep this curve along these two guys. Sweep 2 with 2 rails and a profile. Okay, now we need to find the intersection of this surface and the finger rail. Put that onto our correct layer color and turn off our planes again. Actually, let's job them all first. Now we can turn them off. Okay, there's our next curve. Let's mirror this guy. And we're ready to create the outside rail. So this also has a shape in the through finger viewport, of course. Get rid of that. And to find that, let's go ahead and offset the finger rail to the thickness we want for this ring. 2 millimeters. We can also draw a little blend curve where we want the ring to come in, so we can make an interesting shape here at the side. And let's split away the top of the finger rail with the split with a point command. Just split it at the 2 quadrants and blend between the blend curve and the side of the finger. There we go. Let's mirror the sky and join the whole thing up. Okay, that's actually for a couple of steps down the line, but it's fun to do the easy stuff. We'll do the easy stuff first. Okay, now we're going to look at getting the shape of the inside of the finger rail here. So using our finger hole and our 2 original curves, we're going to run curve from 2 views. Okay, so just one side at a time here. Curve from 2 views. between our finger rail and our curve. Okay, we're going to run that again. Finger rail and our curve. These should be green. All the green stuff's going to get trimmed together. Okay. Oh, now we got stuff mostly set up for the rest of the ring. Let's turn off blue and red. And these guys can go back onto gray and get turned off. Then we'll look at how we're going to trim this together. Starting with our 3 green curves, they all overlap, so we're set there. Let's run trim and just get rid of the stuff in between them. Enter. Okay, now we can make an interesting shape between these two if we blend them together. So we have to kind of guess where we're going to need to split the bottom of that ring rail. Mirror and extrude. That looks a little shy to me. Okay, let's try it there. Mirror and extrude. So let's split these two with these two and delete the top half. Let's not delete the finger rail. I like to save those little helpful things. Put these on gray and turn them off. Okay. Now we need to see where this is going to blend into this in an attractive fashion. Sometimes a little tricky to get. Okay. I'll start by splitting this guy. I'm going to turn on trim. I'm going to make sure use apparent intersections equals yes. And then wherever this appears to intersect his body, I'll be able to trim it away. Enter. Okay. Now we can see about blending these two. And I use the blend handles just in case it makes a mess. In case it doesn't look as pretty as I think it will. Which is usually the case, isn't it? Now we can make sure it matches the through finger and the side view that we want. And it does. Enter. Instead of trying to do that again, I'm just going to take the good one and mirror him to the other side. 4. Same thing here, just join these up. Get rid of the bad one, and of course we need to split this right down the middle, so we'll use our remaining little friend here. Oh, is he right on the middle? Yeah. Just extrude him straight down. Get this all joined up and split it with the cutting plane. Work. Okay, we won't be picky. We're not picky. Split with you. Okay, get rid of the half that's no good, and we're going to mirror the half that is good. And join all these guys up. Whew, and there's the inside of the finger rail. This was the part that never got finished in the original ring, so I figured I'd attack this one first. Okay, we know how to do this. We're just going to take the creation layer color, grab a line profile, and right at the quadrant here, stick on that nice straight line profile. With our sweep to command, we're going to sweep the two sides with the line. Okay, put this on a metal color. And let's bring back some of the stuff out here and see how to finish this guy up. All right, that was the hard part. Oh no, there's another hard part coming. Okay, all right, we need to split the curve with the curves that are on it that are going to represent the azures of the gems. Okay, and that was easy. Oh, split failed. Easy. Easy to make your split fail. Let's just pull these back onto the surface to make sure they're touching. Pull back U, and U. Enter. The surface that pulls is U, U, and U. Enter. So we know those came out on creation. So we're going to turn off red. Now run the split. Split with these three. Okay, and delete what's inside. Probably just without, as we swept that again and all the work we had done, they were just outside of tolerance of where split wanted. But we really didn't change the shape at all by pulling them back. Just pulled them back the teeniest bit. We can even look at those red curves. They're so teeny. We probably do want to get rid of the red curves at the finger rail though, so they're not in our way again. So let's grab all the good red curves. Good. Oops, shift. Good. Yeah, there's a better way to do that. Stick them on another layer color and grab all the bad red curves that we know are bad, those three, and delete them. Okay. And now we're ready to loft to create these bezels. We're going to loft with the hole at the finger rail. With the loft command. And there, to there, to there, to there. We can use this nice. Actually, if you want the whole thing to look really blubbery, we can do that too. There, to there, oops, there, to there, to there, to there. I don't want it to look blubbery. Run straight-sided loft, please. All right, we'll do it again over here. Oops, undo, cancel. Loft, there, to there, there. Ooh. This is what happens to me on a Friday. Something strange happened there. Oh, I missed one. That'll do it. Better. I miss one over here too. Let's just make sure. You, and you. Guess that. Okay, finally you. I'm doing the curve at the azure, the curve at the seat, the curve at the girdle, curve above the girdle, and the curve outside the girdle. Okay. And there's my little freakish ring from Mars. This ring often looks like a ring from Mars as you're working on it here. Okay. Let's grab these up and join them. There we go. I think I got this changed to blue somehow. That was interesting of me. Okay. Our little ring from Mars. Now, the next thing that I like to do is the little webbing in between these two guys. So let's see how we're going to do that. It's going to be kind of similar to how we got this down here. It's to trim the three curves together, but the three curves don't overlap. So we have to kind of give them a curve to overlap them each other. Okay, so everything's saved, so we can turn off the metal. We need to take the top red curves. I'm going to run duplicate in place, and I'm going to stick them on to a new layer. Okay, now I'm going to turn off red so that I don't lose the curves that I already used to make this crazy thing. Okay. I can also turn off the extra stuff. So if it helps you to see what you're doing. All right. Now essentially we want to split these so we can blend them, and we kind of have the same issue. We need to split them judiciously. So let's run the split command with a point. Split it twice. We're going to mirror this, so don't worry about the other side. Same thing over here. Remember, we saved off a copy of this, so we've got a record of what we've done. And blend between the two. Blend handles is always good. That way if it comes out looking weird. Okay. The other sort of thing is we want to think about how this is going to look with the rest of the design. So we kind of, I think we kind of want to make it kind of big here. Sort of webby, sort of Spider-Man-y. Okay. With trim equals yes, everything that you don't want goes away. So there's the new curve. We're going to mirror this to the other side. Actually, first we're going to split the whole kit and caboodle. Grab your plane command. Draw a plane down the center. And a plane down this side. We could join these three up. Join. And split with the two planes. Okay, get rid of everything that's ugly and not part of your nice little world here. Yeah, I just deleted the finger. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I deleted it again. It likes to. Okay, now you can mirror this F4 and mirror it again F4 and join the whole thing up. One closed curve, that's always good. Let's see what we got here with the rest of our design. Okay, so this curve now becomes a part of this edge. Same thing on the other side. And what we need to do now is run a curve network between these sections here in order to get a little surface that overlaps all this stuff. So to do that, we need a curve out of this, which we have on red. Bring back your red curves, and if you're really anal like me, you can dupe them in place once again. Put them on gray so they're turned off. So we just need the red ones. All right. Now we're going to split the two red curves with the green curves. Split with you guys. And all we need, now we need to split the green curves with the red curves. So that ideally they would start and end where the other ones start and end. They start and end where they all intersect each other. Got that? Okay. So we can go to the curve network tool, see what we get. Hopefully it'll make us the little Spider-Man surface. There's the Spider-Man surface. Good, good, good. Notice what it does. It goes up, over. It's very, very cool. Select it in mirror, F4, and it should now join with the rest of the ring. Famous last words, I know. I'm making this for the video, so I'm sure it's not going to close. If it does, I'll go play the lottery this afternoon. Okay, the last order of business is to get a profile on here that we can use to sweep the rest of the thing. So let's look at our outside rail and see about how we're going to make that profile. Let's jump back this first. Turn off our surfaces and some of our extra curves so we can see what's going on here. All curves. Bring back my curves. These are the ones I'm looking for. You guys, okay. Oopsie. Okay, we're ready to build a profile for this. To begin, we're going to look for the side of the ring here. We have a bunch of curves if you hadn't noticed. All right. Working with the creation layer color in the line tool, we're going to do the both sides option and start at the quadrants of the finger rail. Might need that guy back. And just in case he went away for a trip, we can always pull out another one. Don't ask me where it got off to. We'll go ahead and replace it. Okay. Both sides. Okay, we're going to go from the quad of the finger rail out to holding down Shift. Yeah, I'd imagine we'd want to touch the inside of the... We want this to touch the inside, so we're going to pay no attention to the finger rail right now. From the quad to the quad. And remember we made this with that interesting blend handles tool. It's probably a little bit squirrely, so we're not going to actually need the finger rail. All right. Now we also want to touch up here. So we'll grab this guy. The line tool connected to here and just to the other side. And we'll go ahead and blend them and see what we get. Oh, no, not that way. Kind of ugly. All right, we'll use arc direction. Okay, before we do that, we'll make sure this doesn't become a thin little knife edge. Now, can we blend them? That's not half bad. Okay. Grab our two halves of the profile, mirror to the other side, and join. Oh, actually, we don't need the inside, do we? The inside we've got. Well, now we know it matches. No worries. I'm a little dull as to the logic of these things. So this is going to help us make the side of the ring. Now we have to figure out how much of this we can get away with patching. Now when I did this yesterday, patch did not hold very well to my shape. So I patched as little as possible. Patch is the one when you have 5 sides and you just don't have a choice. So essentially we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides to sweep one quadrant of this ring. You know that sweep doesn't work with 5, works with 4. So um, we're going to sweep as much as we can, and then when we're left with our 5-sided condition, we're going to patch it. So let's see about sweeping this. We know that this guy touches because all the curves were made from him. So we're going to run a split. And again, if you're being really anal like me, duplicate it in place first, grab one copy and stick it on gray. Now, split and split him with the curve and the curve. And you're going to be left with a little profile. There's a guy. Okay. We're going to need another little matching profile here. So we're going to use the line tool. Make sure your project is turned off so you can draw this in space somewhere. And draw to the 2 points that seem to sort of connect to one another. We'll see if we can get away with that. Sweep 2 along this curve. We'll go ahead and chain these edges. So we can chain this edge to this edge. Enter. And here's our cross-section curves. Will that work for this little guy, huh? Now let's see if that'll be enough to patch. Okay, so for patch we want single curves that stop and end where all their little patch friends stop and end. Otherwise your patch will go really wonky. So let's split this curve with this curve. There's one of them. This guy has to be split in half again with his neighbor. Then we have this guy. He also needs to be split with his neighbor. And working our way around, we can split this curve with this curve. And we can split this curve with this curve. We want to join up the ones that are in pieces so that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the patch. Okay, everybody cross your fingers. Sweep 2. Oh, listen to me. Patch. It was just wishful thinking. Curve, curve, curve. Okay. Yep. And that's what happens when you didn't pay your taxes, I guess. All right. Let's try and sweep this a little more. So grab a new curve. And find a nice place to put it between maybe the quad, the end, the quad, and the quad. Call this one a profile. And a little more sweep 2 action. With our 2 profiles. I think this is what I had to do yesterday. Pay no attention to that. That you definitely didn't see. Sweep 2. Rail. Rail. Profile. Profile. That's like the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Split with you. You. Split with you. By the way, whenever people say that, we call it the cult of Kent. Everybody has been indoctrinated to say that. Okay. Split by you. Split failed. All right. We're probably starting our way down modeling hell, but let's split this edge at the end of the curve. And split this edge. Split this edge. Ooh, Split this edge at the end of the curve. Now sweep 2 with these chained edges. Enter. Enter. Profile. Profile. Ah, all that work for just that little guy. Now let's see if patch is our friend. Curve, curve, curve. That curve is going a little crazy. That could have been what screwed up the first patch. Split with you. Split failed. All right, instead of these curves, to heck with the curves, we're going to split the edges right where they're needed. So we're going to use the edge, the edges. All right, try that again. Curve, curve, edge, edge, curve. I don't love it. It sticks out too much. I think this one wanted to be a patch too. Let's try our last. See why this is the challenge ring. So our other way is to get rid of some of the curves and to dupe new curves. I think that's actually what I did the last time. So making sure that we're taking these curves from the surface using the dupe border tool and a brand new color. Okay. We'll leave him out there just in case. Now we're going to split the curve with the profiles for the patch. There's the curve. There's the profiles. We have another one up here to split with the other profiles for the patch. Okay. And we're going to try this one more time. Patch, our old friend. Maybe if we talk nicely to it. Yep, that's what happens when you patch. Let's try sweeping again. Okay, maybe it doesn't like where our profile is. You never know, maybe it'll like that better. Sweep 2 between these two curves. Ooh, no. These two curves and these two profiles. Okay. Now let's try patch. I think I'm in patch hell. Again, just splitting this curve with the profiles I'm going to use for the patch. Oh, not good. You get split by you. So that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And that is not so bad, except for right there, where I'm not entirely certain it joins the ring. But we'll find out soon enough. Okay. Oh, pay no attention to that ugly wrinkle. We don't like that ugly wrinkle. Go ahead and mirror this. All the whole thing, both surfaces. Well, we got them selected. Well, we got them selected. Let's join them up. Yeah, let's join them up later. Okay, mirror this whole thing around to the other side at 4. Oh, we forgot a piece. Oh, yeah, like I said, we forgot a piece. Use your layers to your advantage. Put all these on the same color, then mirror them. Don't listen to your technical writer. She doesn't know what she's doing. Mirror again to the other side of the ring. And let's join the whole thing up. Now, the last thing to get the bottom of this ring, because patch is not friendly. See how that's a little bit off of our original profile shape? We had no choice because right in this spot is patch is the only thing that wants to make that surface. So we're going to throw away our profiles by turning them off and turn off the dupe border. And we're quickly running out of colors. So go ahead and dupe the border one more time of this thing. This will also tell you whether it's closed or not. Always a fun adventure. Ha ha ha, it's closed. You guys doubted me. All right, I won't say that too soon though. So go ahead and explode this. Take the profile that remains, the little guy here, join him together, join his neighbor together, and sweep the 2 profiles with the 2 rails. Sweep 2 with the 2 chain edges. With the 2 profiles. Okay, there he is. Should I join him? Are you scared? Let's put this in a job bag and see what we get. Join. I'm a little scared. Okay, 1 closed poly surface. You didn't think it was possible, but there is a nice, tricky, full of tricks ring that gives you that neat, webby Spider-Man shape at the top. Okay, lets you make it in one single piece and still merge that piece into the sides and still finish off the side using our sweep, patch, and curve network tools.